I'm Caroline, and today I'm making myself a jersey top, so stretchy fabric, knitted jersey fabric, but I didn't have enough fabric to do a binding around the neckline, so I'm going to show you what stitches I'm going to use on the sewing machine that will allow me to stitch a stretchy fabric without the threads breaking. Firstly, because of the fabric and the pattern on the fabric, I've chosen to use a Gutermann thread, which is a deco stitch multicolored thread. This is the one I'm using. I use a Janome sewing machine, and most modern sewing machines give you an option of a few extra stitches which are specifically for stretch fabrics. So you'll see there may be a dial where it says SS, that stands for stretch stitch, and there should be a few options for you to choose from. I would suggest, depending on what seam you're sewing, if you're doing a side seam or shoulder, or if you're doing something like a hem, you might find a different stretch stitch more suitable. So I always recommend saving a piece of the fabric that you've cut and just trialing a few stitches and widths and stitch lengths to see which is best. So on the side seams, I've used a narrow zigzag stitch. I used a plain thread, not the multicolored thread. But on the hems, because again the fabric was limited, so I've done a very narrow hem, and on the neckline I've turned the edges in with a clear elastic or framillon, and I've chosen to use this jersey stitch, which almost resembles a flat lock, so that will allow the fabric to stretch without the thread breaking. On the hemline, this is how it's looking at the moment. I've not ironed it yet. And on the neckline, I would usually do a binding or something to finish my jersey fabrics. But here I've chosen to use the same stitch and just folded it over by a small amount, and inside that fold I've used a clear elastic. So this allows the fabric to stretch and to recover really well. So over time with wear, it won't get stretched out because there's elastic in there. Framillon or clear elastic, it looks like this. Different retailers may label it as either clear elastic, rubber elastic, or framillon. So this is really great for knitted or jersey fabrics, and it just helps seams, or like I said, necklines or armholes keep their shaping. So that is how you can finish off edges on a jersey or knitted fabric without them stretching out and without your threads breaking.